Hey Giants,
It's Lena.
and it's Olivia,
And welcome back to Giants for Justice. As Thanksgiving approaches, it's important to think about the true history of Thanksgiving.
In school, many of us are taught that Thanksgiving is a holiday meant to celebrate a meal shared between the Pilgrims and the Native Americans when they were settling in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
My teachers told us that the Native Americans came over and taught the Pilgrims.
The Pilgrims came over and met the Native Americans, and they had a feast.
The Pilgrims came over and then they had a huge feast with the Native Americans.
And everyone was having a jolly old time.
The Pilgrims were super thankful, and then they threw a huge feast with all the things they grew with the Native Americans to say thank you.
In reality, this is far from the truth, and Thanksgiving was anything but peaceful.
The true history of this relationship is full of genocide. In 200 years of European colonization of the Americas, the native population declined by 90%.
The genocide that took place on the first Thanksgiving was the very beginning of decades of oppression of Native American people in this country, whether that be through cultural appropriation, stolen land, or forced assimilation. Part of the reason that many people have a hard time grasping the realities of the first Thanksgiving is because Native oppression still exists, and we are all complicit in the process of standing on stolen land.
Many Native Americans don't celebrate the arrival of the Pilgrims. In reality, they take the day as a day to mourn the genocide on the millions of their people.
If you choose to celebrate this Thanksgiving while being thankful for friends, family, and many other important things in your life, stop and think about the true origins of this holiday.
While we can't change history, we can't ignore it either.
My name is Mr. Lovelady.
Mr. Butkevich.
Hi, I'm John Mattern, music director at Redwood High.
And I like jazz.
Jazz.
One of my favorites is jazz.
Dolly, this is Louis.
Jazz began in New Orleans in the 1910s. It flourished due to the diversity and the mix of cultural music with a major influence on African American music. Jazz initially started as dance music and improvisation during artist collaboration. The first recordings of jazz was during 1917. Musical instruments like the trumpet, saxophone, and piano rose to fame in the peak of jazz in the 1920s and 1930s. What is your favorite instrument in jazz?
It'd be the guitar, and my great artist for playing guitar and jazz would be Al Di Meola.
Well, I'd have to say it's probably the saxophone. Fond of the trumpet, though, too.
To highlight a specific artist, Ella Fitzgerald is one of the most prominent black women in jazz. She was known for her strong voice that conveyed very moving lyrics. On August 16, 1956, Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald collaborated and created an 11-song album in just one day. Duke Ellington, Charlie Parker, and Miles Davis are some other major artists that contributed to jazz. Popular jazz festivals create an environment for dance and celebration, and jazz itself has become the foundation for other popular genres today.
Don't mean a thing, all you gotta do is sing. Do I, 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 do I.
What are some of your favorite jazz songs?
I have hundreds of favorite jazz songs. It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing by Duke Ellington.
Okay, Short Tales of the Black Forest and Fantasia.
Do you have any specific memories associated with jazz music?
Yeah, I'm from the East Coast, and so I used to go to New York all the time on business, and so I'd always find time to go to the Blue Note or the Village Vanguard, like all the famous jazz clubs. And even just going by myself or with friends, I just have a lot of good memories of those clubs.
Do you have any special memories that you associate with jazz?
Yes, I do, and it's this album once again. This is a live recording, considered the greatest live guitar recording of all time. Look it up. I randomly had a ticket for the first of two nights at the Warfield in December 1980. I was looking through the stack of Al Di Meola, and I came across this, having not known it was recorded that night. And I looked on the back, and I realized that some of the voices you hear screaming on this album are me.
That is so
awesome. Photography to me is just a really cool way to capture a moment that no one is ever really going to see again in time.
As the filament is heated, it emits energy in the form of light.
And it's by our eyes that we are able to gain a great part of our knowledge.
The purpose of photography is just to show the world what's going on around the world to other parts of the world. It's very interesting because sometimes I mix up photos and memories. Like I have some memories that they might be photos and I would never know. It's just really cool to see like a particular wave or a deer running across a hill, birds like flying through the air. Again, knowing that that's a really rare moment and you're not going to see another one like it. I hoped that people in the future can enjoy some of the photos that I've taken. I know I'll certainly enjoy them, and I like showing photos I take. It's just cool to see their reactions. I guess it's just cool to be able to see people like through the lens and how they act in front of it. You can kind of they can trigger memories, which I find really cool in a nostalgic sense. It's just, I think taking photos is really important for people and everyone should do it because it's a cool way to keep in touch with the past.
I could really go for a shake right now. Well, I could really go for some fries. Have you guys heard of Redwood Shake Shack fundraiser? You mean on today, November 16th, from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.? Yeah, we should go after some more. Yeah. Use code donation25. So that 25% of the proceeds will go to the sophomore class. See you there!
Hey Giants, welcome back to Season 11, Episode 11 of Redwood TV. I'm Lola.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Cammie.
Now for some announcements.
Senior quotes are due by January 15th, and senior superlative voting is due by November 30th. The forums can be found under the announcements page on the Redwood website.
Seniors, if you have a sibling that goes to Redwood and you guys want to be in the senior sibling pages in the yearbook, please go to room 177 during lunch on these dates to take those photos.
Girls, are you interested in playing rugby? If so, Marin Highlanders is hosting 2 free clinics for high school girls at Tam High School on these dates. No experience is required. More information can be found in the description.
The Thanksgiving Turkey Trot in Corte Madera runs from 8:30 to 9:30 on November 25th, starting and ending at Town Park. Run, walk, scoot, or bike. Come for the fun. This 3-mile loop is on almost entirely multi-use pathways with only a few street crossings. No registration or payment is required, and more information can be found in the description.
This week during lunch, the Student vs. Teacher Turkey Bowl basketball game will be held for underclassmen on Thursday and upperclassmen on Friday. If you're interested in playing, go to room 107 to sign up.
That's all for this week, Giants. And remember, I'm Cammie.
I'm Alex.
I'm Lola.
And this is Redwood TV.